Right. Not sure. There might have been some weird thing at the, especially at the end of the last recording. I just noticed there's a massive Windows update activity, eating up all the resources. So I'm not sure what effect it had on the recording. Massive update. Haven't seen that not become an update in years. Anywho. So we're just gonna continue exploring the wilderness. We don't really have any specific goal. We're gonna move slowly toward the lighthouse. That's about it. Quite a lot of trouble for us. Poison, or rather ooze barrels, or water barrels, a lot of water barrels. Ooze can be ignited, but I think it would be best for us if we could throw some ooze inside so we can spread the field a little bit wider. Current location doesn't seem like all that interesting. You might also consider summoning something as an opening shot. There's a lot of range units and archers there. Be trouble for us. Alone isn't really gonna do anything. The thing is, I don't want to trigger the water barrels if I can help it, because they'll just extinguish everything anyway. But I don't know if I can do it. Yeah, my accuracy with this isn't gonna be that great, so... But I've got to try it. We'll create a lot of smoke if nothing else. Yeah, the lot. Fire went immediately out, so it also got rid of the. Yeah, that's not a good way to do it. It'll replace the surface there. The water will replace the surface. So we would be much better off just getting rid of the water barrels entirely. Maybe not even start a fight specifically. Just get them the hell out of there.
Light as a feather.
There's no way I can do anything with that, but now this area is fairly well oozed, I'd say. There's an oil barrel there, but it has another water barrel next to it. We could get it closer to here, that would be perfect. I'm going to save it as to use as a weapon though. I think we should start with a summon creature. We need to more or less stop them here anyway. Range is terrible. Can't I cast it on the other side? No. Shit. It's actually a bit of a problem. Not good enough. It's dead. It's pretty much guaranteed to be dead. What I'm going to do is try to hold them here. Maybe spread the oil as far as possible. Damage itself is irrelevant. I'm thinking what target should we go after. The Terramancer probably would be the best one. We're not gonna kill it, but we force it to do certain things like retreat or focus on us. It cannot ignore us. Now they're breaking the fuses on their sails. Not a horrible thing. I was wondering how am I going to do it. They're warming up. No, they're immune to warm up. This is good for the zombies. What I don't want to do is attack them until they're actually on top of the surfaces, because they'll ignite too. If I do it now, they'll never walk into it anyway. Also could dump this on them. It would do some damage, not sure how useful it would be. More or less, we could spread this forcefully on them. Let's see what they do first. Ah, they can teleport too. He teleported me here. Oh, that's a nasty one. Did not expect that. Nether Swap is a master level spell, that's why I don't really expect these guys to do anything of that sort. That's bullshit. Part of their new abilities, I would imagine. Still, they're in a fairly good spot overall, so we're not in a terrible situation by any means. You can probably thunder jump away.
You can't keep still!
So yeah, might be time for us to not do a goddamn thing. It's my turn again. Thanks a lot. So you can all burn in hell as far as I'm concerned. No more water. Might as well take 3 extra damage. I do need to attack the archer here anyway. Don't know if I want to take any chances. I want to ignite the guy close to us.
Face the unending darkness.
I might try healing, but there's no way they can heal this much. Right, can't go all that bad. That's it, there isn't all too much I can do anymore. So I'll just wait and buy time. We could go invisible, but it wouldn't really change anything. I would prefer if they come after me. If I move, I'm dead anyway. Swordman is dead if it attacks, so I don't care about what he does. Zombie is dead if it attacks. So now it's more of a question, what exactly do I want to do? Can I spread the oil on the Terramancer? If I go a little bit closer, I might be able to outright kill it.
Your opens to welcome you.
Yep. Now, what to do with you? I don't have a huge amount of attacks I can use. Maybe suck some life out of it.
Your very blood heals me.
I'll put some adrenaline.
I abandon all limits.
Doesn't really allow me to do all that many different things.
Ready.
There's a guaranteed dead zombie coming after us. That's about it. Let it burn. Okay, nice little fight.
From drizzle to deluge.
Both, the fact that they could nether swap me sort of highlights the importance of having these mobility abilities. The damage they do is absolutely irrelevant, but without that teleportation, there's no way I could have could go ahead with the initial plan. It just would be impossible. I would have just killed myself. Couple of good scrolls. I guess the benefit of quickly taking down your opponents. They don't have time to use them.
Lieutenant Selenia seems to have sent out some troops to investigate the lighthouse. Are there any survivors?
Yes, she did. Can I pick this up? It's a throwable bomb, so if I have to carry weight, why not pick it up? Or rather, teleportable bomb. There's no way I have the strength to throw it around too much. Still, fighting doesn't seem to offer too much experience. Not at these levels. I have to fight a massive... Ooh, what the fuck is that? That's a bloated corpse. And a lot of other corpses. And a bomb! Multiple bombs. Waterproof exoskeleton. I think we can do it... If we do a sneak attack, we'll probably blow up quite a few things there, but there's also a lot of rotting bloated corpses here. They're level 10. I think they're bombs, so more or less you don't have to really worry about them. And to bypass these. Get in from another angle. There's some ooze here. Probably should just teleport one of them. Can't actually see anything. Nothing happened? Yeah, this is bad. Need to ignite that immediately.
They call this liqueur Dragonfly, a fine vintage.
At least we got something out of it. The exoskeleton is not a problem. The bloated corpse is. Specialty arrow. Shit. Need to spread the oil quickly. Got lucky there that it didn't ignite the oil poison. The bloated corpses don't seem to be doing anything. I'm guessing they function similarly to mines. Can't see things. Yeah, pull back. Might take a little bit of poison damage, but it's better than staying in there. The bomb will die anyway, don't care about what it will do.
I prefer to drown my sorrows with ale. Summon spider!
I don't want to spend anything that would ignite the poison smog. I could like to prevent you from harassing me. Either way, pull back. Let the spider do the dying. Specialty arrow. Armor class reduction. Not that big a deal.
You play with fire, you get burned!
Right, the bloated corpses didn't do anything, which is sort of odd to me. They're still there. The fact that they're level 10 makes me think that they're not normal units. Level 10 opponent at this stage, I would have no chance against it. So they're probably just like sleeping mines of poison or ooze. As long as you're careful, you have nothing to worry about. I was wondering why this looks weird. There's quite a few bushes right on top of each other. Else doesn't look normal. It scrolls. Nothing amazing that will take down opponents quickly, but your basic fare. Protection scrolls, attack spells, all that stuff. Oh shit, there's 2 extra guardians. They're swordsmen though. They're probably going to be part of the bloated corpse unit. To start the fight. Takes forever to cast these things. Right, however we are going to ignite that is a different matter. The bloated corpses are probably sort of harmless to us, but not to see.
What goes up must come down.
Yeah, they're more or less just mines. To the spider, they're harmless. We have no reason to attack them, we'll just waste our action points on movement. Maybe lacking long range attacks a little bit. We have the grenades, but this is sort of a waste of time to use a grenade on. I guess I can sort of harass them with these abilities. Can I haste his ass? Don't do that. I suppose I could go there, but don't really see anything good coming out of it. Spider might be immune to the poison, I am not. We do have long range attack capability, but it's mostly in scroll form at the moment. Not in any real danger though.
Face the unending darkness.
Avatar of Fire. Yeah, I think I'll just explode these corpses. I don't want to go anywhere near them. How about crushing this? Can't use. Healing potion, mushrooms. Cheese. We've been here before. Right. At least we're making progress toward the lighthouse. And we still have one of the exploding barrels with us. Other bloated corpse? No, it's each tree.
Stone storm!
Right.
Looks like more of the Legionnaires sent to investigate the lighthouse.
No shit. Still fairly easy opponents though, so no need to be too concerned what we're facing.
Sigurd's beard, what a find!
A key of some sort, earth resistance mushroom. We'll probably create things like resistance potions without too much fuss, because the quality wouldn't determine really too much because as a consequence of our skill. And this is another situation where the water will ruin everything if I don't remove it first. At least 2 bombs. Two archers.
Victory hangs in balance.
Gonna make this tough for them. Nothing's gonna ignite yet, but it is a terrible time trying to get into firing range of me. I can ignite that all anytime I want to. Yeah, two guys are already vulnerable. Three.
God, bleach this evil from my blood.
He was a bit smarter. Okay, if I attack the rightmost son of a bitch, I can probably take them all down.
A sharp weapon deals more damage.
Indeed it does. Doesn't really matter where we hit as long as you ignite.
Homegrown hotness.
Didn't ignite everything. Yep, not quite everything.
Face the unending darkness.
But they have no choice but to go in, or they're boned anyway. Or the other desperate option, try to avoid going in the first place, but the consequence of that is they can't do anything. So, don't particularly care. Either they come into the fire, or they have to wait a few turns more to die. End result is the same. They're just running away. They pose no threat to me. I'm just wait them out. And don't go there. Shit.
I feel better already.
I'm sure you do. We could move past these if we would have a little bit more resistances. Now it seems like maybe a bit too risky. I'll take a huge amount of damage from the fire surface. The fight is over.
Sweet relief.
I expected more trouble with these. At the same time, I'm not exactly disappointed, because not every fight has to be a huge problem for you. It's easy, that's the easy way to do things. Basically just make the computer so overpowered it's a tedium to play through the game. Making it tactically challenging without making it excruciatingly dull is much tougher thing to do. Now this is a challenge, I think. We need to destroy some kind of object, a ghost in the sarcophagus. Sarcophagus. God damn it, words. Sarcophagus brings out and we'll win some kind of prize. Not sure what we get if we don't succeed in that. Doesn't matter. Plan to succeed. Crippling blow. One with fluids. Minor strength potion. We would need a massive amount of damage dealing ability if we want to complete the challenge. I don't think I have that. I basically have a shitty weapon and that's it. I might have, yeah, maybe 2 weapons at the same time might be able to do it, especially if I give myself damage bonuses. Because it's not a combat situation. So the action point cost isn't really there. It's all real time. What I need is just some ability to do a little bit of damage. I don't really have the strength for it either. I could use 2 weapons, but I'm not sure if that's enough. Well, there's a way to test that out.
Well, folks, having a bully day? I'm having a bully day. Pushing, pulling, lifting. Look at them muscles, huh? Just I used to sit.
You can always come back here later, I suppose.
You know, there's no scrawny. I'm gonna noodle arms. So, what do you mean?
I don't think I have the damage. For fuck's sake, just keep clicking it. I don't think I have the damage potentially yet. Not far away though.
Well, you've bested me indeed.
Barely.
I'll give this place the old 23 skidoo and find a worthy opponent in the Hall of Echoes. Sayonara!
Shrug? Don't really have anything to say about that. Sort of irrelevant, but we got some experience and loot out of it, so it's fine.
Oh, I'm dripping.
Bet you are. About to reach the lighthouse after all.
Oh, thank the 7. Lucia, it's the Source Hunter. We're not gonna die.
Who's dying? There's certainly something.
What's the linear?
Survival?
Ha!
So,
You'll go to the light.
I'm not sure what to do with these. We can pretend that they did the job at the lighthouse. Give them the credit. But it might affect negatively on our trades. And those are the most important things that we can really do while roleplaying, so I don't want to compromise them for any reason. We'll see, it's not an immediate problem.
The further I go, the more bodies I find heaped around. I must be closing in on where these soldiers were headed.
We know where they're headed. Also, we seem to have a way to block this. It's a place to retreat to if we get into too much trouble. It doesn't have to actually fully block any enemies, just to need to make their job a little bit harder. Give me time to recover. What are we looking at? Lupine horrors, air vulnerability, fire, everything would really work. fairly well against them. This is the big cheese. And by big cheese I mean you can't use fire. What the fuck? Its resistances are ridiculous. It's a little bit vulnerable to air and that's it. That's no good. That's actually very bad. Surely there are more enemies here. That seems very, very few. Right, I can see more. There are bombs at least. Archers, bomb, magic ward, elemental immunity. You can't kill this through elemental attacks. And I think this provides elemental immunity to the fight, yeah. So as long as this ward exists here, which is fairly easy to destroy through physical combat, we can't really use elemental attacks against the crew. So any kind of a surprise attack on it will not yield no results. So I think we should go here invisible and start the combat here by destroying the magical ward. Then you do other things. We do have a barrel of oil with us. We can probably carry another barrel, so we could prime the battlefield a little bit. Right, this is I think this is pretty much a one-way ticket, and we can't. Once we're there, we're there, and can't do all the points. I'm not sure they're gonna take all that much. Yeah, no one's really looking in this direction. At least I can save. Right, but it needs physical combat to destroy. We can't destroy it with these. I need a plan. I'm sort of thinking the oil barrel should be kept with me too. I can use it to go on him.
I was really hoping to find something better.
Okay, but physical combat needs to destroy this. It's teleportation isn't quite enough to kill it. If I do that, it's out of my reach. Might be able to drop something heavy on it. I might also be able to summon something decent. We don't need to destroy it immediately. I think we need to destroy these guys immediately. Pickpocket it. Okay. I think I have a fairly good grasp on this situation here. Summon creature is probably our best opening. It can kill the elemental, whatchamacallit. And it's dead. Right. We need to ignite this, there's no getting around that. It's gonna be a bit tough, but we need a protective sphere of surfaces here. All alone is not enough. And I need that one to die, so summon creature definitely. wolf should be able to do enough damage, and I don't think it'll do earth damage, or do physical. Three enemies down. It's immune to bleeding. Why the fuck did it heal? I don't understand why it's healing with every attack. Because you're doing elemental damage, probably earth damage. Shit. It's not pure physical. So the wolf has to do... Oh fuck, I need to use grenades to get rid of it quickly. Sorry dudes, gotta do it. I really gotta get rid of it. With damage buffs I might be actually pull that off. Armor piercing. It's a bit tough to hit the correct spot here.
Now it'll be easy to find gaps in your armor.
Yeah, that worked at least a little bit. Could also just physically attack it, I suppose. Surprisingly annoying piece of shit. This is a situation where I think a voodoo doll would have been very nice, but I don't have any bothered to produce them. Do I have skulls that might do it? Do you have poison immunity? Definitely you. Teleportation doesn't do that, so that might be a one thing. That's looking like pretty much the few things I can do to it. Also, I want it out of there.
That trifle, my dear.
It's fairly resistant though. Either way, wolf can't attack it. It'll do. It basically wastes both of their time. I need to kill it somehow. And you will resurrect them. Wonderful. Thanks. Thanks a bunch. This would be physical. I could have killed it already. Didn't realize it. I could have put a decaying touch on it and used the human's magic on it.
You were right there.
Yeah, we can do this much better. But let's see if we can still survive this. Yeah, the fucker just keeps resurrecting and resurrecting and resurrecting and resurrecting, so this isn't gonna work.
I must focus.
And me missing every attack is, yeah, fuck you game. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. 70% chance of hitting and miss. I already took a risk by attacking instead of doing something else, so thanks for rewarding me. And that's the fourth miss. Absolute catastrophe.
Take no
whatever. I don't think the Guardian will do anything else. Probably because it can't see all that well, but even then, I'm not sure what it would really do here. Grr grr grr. I think this is more or less settled for our victory, though. It's a bit complicated because of how things turned out, but the end result is that the ghoul is pretty much worthless now.
Stitch in time, eh, my friends?
I need help. He's not that durable, especially now that his resistances are shit. I'm not sure if a spider can do it. He can physically attack me. I've gotta pull off something though. Healing potion. Thunder jump.
Die, vermin!
What else? Not much else I can do. Ah, right. Invisible?
You look, you cannot see.
Yeah, that didn't work.
Back on my feet again.
I guess because I took damage. Something along those lines. Not all that much I can do again. I don't think it can really kill me, but we're not in a great position still. I could heal more, but I sort of don't want to. How about adrenaline? Few extra points. Just when we need them. You out of sight. He's right next to me. I sort of want, if I can get a sidekick here, that would be great. Yeah, its visibility is so bad you can't even summon anything. Ugh, fine. Could have gone worse, could have gone better. Especially the elemental shield thing. I'm pretty sure that wasn't here before. That's annoying as hell. Mainly because I don't really have the means of physically destroying him. The voodoo dolls would be nice. Piercing damage, same with different type of grenades.
Sweet relief.
Yeah, the only mistake I really made is that I didn't realize the wound will have elemental damage as part of its attack. It would have to be pure physical for it to not interfere. I will have to wait until the smoke clears. Still, the pool itself was fairly trivial. Guess we got a little bit closer to level up. And we probably get something from reporting this success of this player in the lighthouse.
What's this? Living eyes that can see the shape of death? Samson. If so, that in why did possess yet no skeleton?
Not taking rat tails.
These walls, my home.
They're crafting items, sure, but not the type we are going to craft. They're probably amulets, things like that. Such amulets are not bad, but they're like, they can focus on a single attribute.
My hell.
So
I may have died.
they're always, almost always inferior to what you can find anyway. So I don't see a point in trying to reproduce those.
I'm drenched!
Yes, you are. And that's okay. Clobbering time. Ooh, that's probably a replacement weapon for us.
Lucky find!
We'll have stats bonuses. Yeah, strength and shield specials. That's superior to everything, in every way anyway. We could also improve it further if we get our Tormented Soul, +1 strength and dexterity, which would be very nice equipment-wise. We would basically go to a significant armor improvement, maybe a few levels though, and we wouldn't have to raise attributes in order to do it. The item would suffice. Now it's more of a question, what do we do with the Legionnaires who are gonna take all the credit out of me doing this? I don't mind that, but it's all about the talents. The talents are more important.
Treasure!
Whatever favors the talents. Anything hidden here? No. We're nowhere near level up though, so it doesn't really matter what happens here.
How did it go? So, let me get this straight.
And I'm sure
Altruistic. Altruistic is fine. But this is not the true test yet. It's when we report back. Ooh, I haven't looted those. And there's suddenly killed everything. We're going to head to the city soon, but we might encounter a hostile group here, maybe a couple. Something that allows us to push closer to the level up. Yeah, some areas here. The twin dungeons are there. That could be challenging for me. We should be able to pull it off, but could still be troublesome at the very least. Burning chest. That's not normal. Three melee mage, 3 archers. Mark of death. Which means what? Enemies will prefer attacking you. Well, no shit. I think we need a decoy. There's no telling what those archers can throw my way. same time, I don't think we have the luxury of staying here, so go back. I might be able to divert some of the melee guys to come here. Specialty arrows. Ice. Specialty arrow. I'm not sure. Armor silver arrows. Specialty arrow. Fire.
It's heating up.
Grenade. There's no point creating all that many surfaces here.
Even a little helps.
I need a little bit of a distraction. So it's not quite so easy to come after me.
With fire. You get
Might also block some of the archery. Also looks like the mage has no interest in moving from where it is. You can spread the oil a little bit so they won't have an easy way to reach it. They think that's a mistake. I could have added my damage here. Ah, crap. Okay, let them come closer. You need a summoned creature of some sort, especially the mage to come closer. Not, I think we can manage. Yeah. The mage has a water attack, and it resurrects, so it's priest. Bumbling under priest. And everyone has a regeneration scroll up their ass apparently. So we need to kill things, not just harm them a little bit. Still, they don't have a good path to come at us. Let's need to block that. He's gonna die anyway. I can kill him easily enough.
Deliver your ruin.
Yeah, he's boned.
Easy does it.
We're outnumbered too much. I do need to cast some kind of a support unit. Or alternatively, get like 2 or 3 of them to die fairly quickly. Yeah, he's dead. True shame. We can't throw a grenade this accurately, so let's hope for the best. They're still healing, but it's not gonna be quite that easy for them.
I invoke the power of the giants.
I don't want you to contribute to this situation anymore. At least not immediately. And that's cancelled. This is why every shitty minion should be killed too. This should create more smoke. It's now currently really doing nothing to prevent the fire. I need to pull back more. I can use the ram attack to do it. Fire will make things complicated for them, so I don't think the archers can do it all that much. So I still need to summon a creature. Priest might be able to do all kinds of nasty stuff.
See how fast she scuttles!
Nothing stopping it from doing it now though. Yeah, at least the attention is being diverted now. So I'll be fine. I only need to deal with fucking priest needs to die. As long as it's alive. I'm just wasting resources here. And I don't have a good way to reach because I've separated everything. At the same time, he would have to come quite a bit closer if he wants to do something to me.
Rather like a lightning rod, aren't you?
So it doesn't really work just one way this time.
Hurry and scurry!
And the resurrected creatures aren't resurrecting at full health, so it's not trivial what we're doing. He's casting resurrection spells instead of using scrolls. He has a cooldown too. Can do something? Either way, I need to send something to do with the priest. I suppose another tactical element learned, more or less. If there are priests there, prioritize the goddamn priests. There isn't really a way for me to quickly do anything. Failed invisible. Know what else I expected? Can't do much. There's no point summoning something expensive, it won't make a difference. Move is probably the best we can hope for.
His bite is worse than his bark.
But we need to move in a position to attack the priest. Everything else is just a waste of goddamn time. Battering ram attack will not get us there all that easily. And I need to use a healing potion too. And the cooldown is so long, I'll never be able to use it.
Stitch in time, eh, my friends?
Yeah, whatever. Do a little bit of damage, move forward. I can maybe start attacking him now. Wolf didn't achieve much. I suppose it more or less kept the undead guy here in check a little bit. More or less a waste. They just don't have the survival abilities too much. And the enemies have enough hit points that a single summoned creature cannot hope to kill anything. I'm dead. Taking way too much damage. And I still have no way of really pushing forward.
I needed that.
Yeah, this is one of those things where I should not have been skimping on any kind of resources. But the fact that the enemy group has something that can just pull a resurrection out of its ass multiple times is a bit of a problem. Don't want to deny that. Big goddamn problem. And the support saves his ass again.
Not this time.
I also didn't switch the weapon, which would have been blunt, doing more damage to skeletons and doing more damage in general. I'm using the axe that is a piece of shit. So everything just went terribly. Yeah. I think we just need to put this to an end quickly. You need to die, whatever happens. Probably killed half a dozen skeletons more than I really should have. All because of you.
Die, vermin!
Die vermin indeed. At least the remaining enemies are half health or below. Too bad they're all archers. It's gonna take a little bit of trouble for me to try to kill them. 2 to 3 shots every turn. Yeah, this didn't go well.
Summon spider!
Going for a little bit of adrenaline. I need kills fairly quickly. I am not doing well. Spider bro, kill him. No, fuck me, Click. Everything is going just... Everything that can go wrong just goes wrong. This is the worst fight I've had yet. And it's not because it's even tough, it's just... Fuck up after fuck up and bad
Please
luck
assist
and
me.
just...
Friends!
Terrible all around. I don't have any points, I can at least heal my ass. But yeah.
I needed that.
In an effort to conserve resources, I've had to spend so many more resources on this fight than I usually would have. Should have gone full offense. Kill the priest, then worry about everything else. Maybe hinder the archers a little bit, but not focus too much on those.
Burning touch!
I still die. The archer can easily kill me.
Fast.
Critical hit and I'm dead. One hit from him and I'm dead. How many hit points do I have? 29? It would be cheaper to use potions, I know, but I'm still trying to skimp on using resources. And everything's gone so badly already, how much worse could it get? Have to fight all over again, that's how much worse. Can heal a little bit. Still, they can probably do more damage. Unless they do at least a single miss, I'm still dead. Have 5 hit points. 43. Isn't this lovely? Exciting gameplay. Trying to dig yourself out of the goddamn hole you dug yourself in. This could help me. A decent amount of damage, and I don't have to worry about him. Excellent. Archer will still kill me though.
No glory in this death.
That was the shittiest fight I've ever fought.
Sweet relief.
Well, maybe not so because we didn't die, but close enough. This is a fairly good place to end. How close are we to level up? 3,600, so we're not gonna get it immediately no matter what we do. There's still areas here to explore, and we do need to report. We could report back with what we found with the legionnaires. At least get something back that way.
I needed that.
I am trying to take this as a lesson learned. Overwhelming attack power is always the best way. Never try to conserve resources, it will just stretch things out further. And if you look like you made a massive mistake in the fight, might be worthwhile to just slow. Like when I realized the priest is resurrecting things and I've separated myself from the priest by an ocean of fire,
There's a new penny.
it would have been a better idea to fight the fight and then focus on the priest from the start. Instead of a long endurance fight, it would have been a fairly simple fight. Or try to kill multiple targets with the grenades quickly, so he can only resurrect one, then go after the priest. That would at least reduce the incoming damage significantly, so I wouldn't have to worry about that constantly. Also shows the problem of not using crafting before you have crafting 5.
Good as a new
You can
penny.
easily make better healing potions instead of the ones we are, so now I have to use multiples to get the same effect I should have gotten from a single potion. Right. We'll come back and explore this later. Report our success. The deciding factor will be what talents do we really want. Also, do I have
Toasty.
I have the better weapon when I'm not using it. Is there a good reason? No, not really. The damage difference is, even with the +1 action point cost to the level difference, the damage is still significantly improved. So it's 30% maybe more expensive to use, but it provides bonuses and it almost does significantly more damage. Considering how we use these weapons, it wouldn't have made much of a difference. We only attack maybe mostly when we have a 100% chance of hitting. Right.
Their lair isn't to be found on the lighthouse, but we thinned their ranks all right.
Well done, indeed.
All about the
Well, look
talents
what the cat
or
dragged
traits.
in.
What if I pretend that they did the job?
Yes, I bet Legion.
Thank you, Lieutenant. All in the
Consider
day.
it. Reputation. We lost our immunity to charming. Oh, we got a level up out of it though. But immunity to charming is more important. Although I don't know how that would function when you're the only guy there. Would they
Their lair
even
isn't to be
bother
found on the
trying?
lighthouse, but we thinned their ranks all right.
Well done, indeed. We accomplished. Well, look. What in the hells is the meaning of this, Lieutenant?
Didn't get a level up.
We pull to a lying town.
I got a much purer XP.
Salutations. I shall be very glad to share what if ever we want 3 landmarks, I'll grant you that the 2 survivors of that expedition were a bit
I think I'll let them to get the credit. The immunity to charm isn't that relevant to me now, and I can easily regain it. We only have
They're
1
there isn't
point
to be
involved.
found at the lighthouse.
I'd rather take the level
We
up
thinned
at
their
this
ranks
point.
all right.
Well done indeed.
I got
We
3,000
accomplished
experience
our
from...
mission and more, Lieutenant.
what if they take the...
Yes, I bet Legionnaires can impress even.
Thank you, Lieutenant. Oh,
We probably needed... I think I more or less got double the experience by letting them take the credit. That's very unfortunate, because the game basically rewards you double for doing certain things, and there's no real advantage for me basically saying that I did it. I'm not getting some kind of huge reward out of it anyway, so I'm basically just getting half experience from something. The same task. That's bullshit. And skills. Do we want to push something higher? Probably should. Some of these are... well... I don't actually know. Should we? We'll sit on the points, decide what to do with them when we get good ideas where we want us to take this character. But for now, the level up gave us hit points, and we have an okay armor rating, but not great. Out of curiosity, do you sell belts? No. Actually, they don't always sell belts. My interest in this would I'm gonna go visit the shops. Since we got the level up, they must have new gear. But mostly interested in scrolls, something that would maybe see us through similar situations.
Well, Source Hunter, you come to the right place, you have. I got every style of equipment to fit you from head to foot, if it's a trade you're after.
Nothing particularly interesting. Strength and dexterity +1. That might be interesting. Again, we could push for better equipment, and our scoundrel skills would be working more reliably. That's more money than I have. Can always make more, though. That's sort of an excuse. Probably identify most of this on my own. Summon Wolf. Yeah, probably should use these type of wands. No, that makes very little sense. We can't afford to have a wand in our hand most of the time. Summon wolves or no. It might be good if we can stay in the rear and keep pummeling the abilities. Even then, I'm not sure if that's such a good idea. We would be much better off using scrolls. Do you want to talk about?
I need a moment to reflect. For the good of all, source hunters ought to be as out those as...
Just wants to talk. Hopefully we can get a couple of blank scrolls out of this. I think around level 6-7 we might start seeing belts. That is a guess though, because I don't recall a time when you couldn't get belts. So it must have happened fairly early on that the belts started appearing.
Yes,
good friend. I'm quite busy finding for the moment, but if there's something
We're
you'd
starting
like
to
to
see
buy,
elemental
I can set all that
essences,
aside for
and
a
I
few
can't really
delicious
afford
moments.
them. I need to be able to afford them though. Ice wall, that's a good one.
Goodbye,
39 gold pieces, that's maybe a little bit too few. We can probably survive by selling these, and there shouldn't be any proper equipment we need to buy, just a few crafting ingredients. Okay, what did we actually get? Nothing terrible, but nothing good either, so...
Yes, good friend. I'm quite busy finding for the moment, but if there's something you'd like to
Not
buy,
sure
I could
she's the
set
correct
all that
guy to
aside for a
sell
few
this
delicious
stuff to,
moments.
but gotta sell it to someone. And she has a huge amount of cash for us to use. I'm thinking of maybe starting selling the wands. I'm not seeing anything particularly attractive about them. I don't condone hoarding in general. It leads to bad habits. Right, that should be enough money for us to survive.
Goodbye there, good friend.
We only really need to visit a couple of crafting stores. Yeah, it's in fact the librarian lady, the orc, and then the crafting store, and that's it. Rest are nice, but not really mandatory. And the librarian is not gonna have any essences for us to buy. The crafter here might.
got an eye for farm potatoes.
So either we use these for extra resistances or extra scrolls. At this stage, probably extra
Oh, no,
resistances.
noble friend. Your upper chakras are in desperate need of a good scrubbing.
Yeah, of course they are.
Fortunately for you, my homebrewed tinctures will do the job. Or if you're in the mood for something a bit more electrifying, one of my air scrolls might give your system just the shock it needs.
These scrolls. Ooh, Undead Warrior.
Join the
Nice.
Spud Club if you got an eye for farm potatoes.
That's about it. I need to still hold on to some cash after all. There are a few other scrolls I would buy if I had more. Had more money.
Join the Spud Club if you got an eye for farm potatoes.
Demonology for dumbbells. Ugh.
Turjageta, friend.
3
The
blank scrolls.
Encyclopedia Demonium. I know it by heart.
And there's a eternity before we can get another level up. Hardly matters though. The question is, do I want to start using crafting? I probably should do a few things. The main thing would be to craft some proper healing potions. I don't have a huge amount of potions to begin with. This is something I could definitely pickpocket quite a bit more.
Join
The medium healing potions aren't that good. At least it's slightly better. I could make potions. The reason I don't particularly want to is I don't think the created potions would be all that good. I know I have the mushrooms for it. There we go. What do we produce? Minor. With 5 we would produce mediums. I need to make more firestorm potions. Grenades, rather.
Join the Spud Club if you've got an eye for farmer tasers.
I'm not opposed to crafting more crap. However, I'd like to limit that to when we absolutely need it. So if we come with future challenges where I see that what we have isn't good for it, not that it can't do it, but it's not good for it, then we can see if we can craft a couple of tools to get around that. But I don't want to start storing a huge number of them now when they're going to be of inferior quality. 12, 19, 24, 26 spell skulls are just waiting for us the moment we get crafting 5. That's potentially a lot of master level spells, more likely like 3. Most of them will be novice and adept levels, but still they would massively increase my attack potential in tough situations. And that's more or less it. We're gonna go for the twin dungeons next time. We should have the appropriate levels. We have the skills needed to do it. I think we have the grenades needed to do it. Which reminds me, could I actually produce poison grenades? I think I can. Yeah, probably around 5 extra ones. It's not against the undead, it's against anything got undead. It's probably a grenade. They look like they're using a canister, but I think it's a grenade. Yeah. Very misleading icon for the grenade. Here, armor piercing ones I'm not sure if I can do. Yeah. I can, not that many. But I can do a couple of extra ones. They dropped the target armor class by 20. That's more or less the reason I would like to have a few in storage. Also physical damage, so if we encounter elemental immune targets again, we at least have something to do. Again, not keen on the wooden figurines and voodoo dolls. We could make 6, but yeah, not particularly interested. Right. Hopefully level 6 is the limit. We can start to get the belts. I'll lead here. We'll go north through the zombies.
Good look out there, Hunter.
There should
Evil lurks
be
beyond Siseal's
both of the twin
ramparts.
dungeons there, both protected by small army forces. So if we destroy the armies, destroy the twins, complete the dungeon, loot it. I don't think we're gonna get a level up out of it, but we're probably halfway to a level up. Maybe even a bit more.